Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are talking about July favorites. I'm not going to say it because everyone does. We all know time passes quickly. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. Before I start, my name is Oralia and you have landed at Style and Lipstick. First of all, I wanted to say welcome. If you are new to my channel, I'm so happy that you stopped by, and I really hope that you hit the subscribe button and become part of the family and start hanging out and talking about makeup. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I truly appreciate you coming back and hanging out with me. It's amazing and I'm having so much fun, and I hope that you enjoy too. Please hit the notification bell so that you'll also be notified of content that I have put out to your mobile device or to your email. All right, let's go ahead and get started. July favorites. Yeah, I've got a whole mix of things. I don't know that I always say that I don't have a lot of favorites, but then I end up, you know, when I do the playback, I've got like an hour's worth of talking. So maybe I just talk a lot. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and we're also going to be doing some unfavorites this month. I'm going to start out with skincare. And the first thing that I wanted to mention are my Shiseido facial cotton pads, and I've got a travel pack here that I bought at Sephora because I wanted to give these a try, and I have been loving them. These are not new. People have talked about them repeatedly on YouTube. They are like a cult favorite, and with good reason. I was using just your standard cotton pads that you would get like at Target, you know, the cotton rounds, and you know, just didn't think anything of it. It's like, why am I gonna buy fancy schmancy cotton pads? You know, a cotton pad is a cotton pad is a cotton pad. That is not true. These are so soft. They're like having little pillows that you're using to take off your makeup. They're so soft, they're so gentle. My skin and my eyes especially love these because they're just, they don't scratch, they don't scrape, they aren't too rough. They do a great job of holding whatever makeup remover that I've placed in there, and they just, I love them. I love them so much, and they last. I mean, in the sense that it doesn't fall apart as I'm taking off my makeup. I can take off both of the eye, you know, all of the eye makeup, and then use it real quick to go around my face. I think this particular little packet cost $5. I'm truly loving these cotton pads. If you haven't tried them and you're curious, I think that they're pretty cool. I'm really impressed with them. And, you know, to say that I'm impressed with a cotton pad, what's that about? Anyway, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was another makeup removal product, and please don't judge. This was actually a gift. I did not buy this myself, but it was a gift for my sister, and it is the Laquer the cleansing oil, and this is what it looks like. I did a blog post on this talking about how I really didn't want to love this product. And I still don't really want to love this product because it is very expensive for what it is. It is a cleansing oil. It does a really great job at melting all of the makeup on my face. And what I truly love about it though is that it does have the miracle broth in it. All of the Laquer products have got that miracle broth incorporated in them in some form or fashion. This is no exception. I tried my best to talk myself out of liking this particular product. I did not want to fall in love with it. I was looking for all kinds of reasons to hate it, you know, and I couldn't. I tried it against the Clinique Take the Day Off cleansing balm. This one is amazing. It leaves my skin feeling so good after I have rinsed it off. So essentially what you do is you squirt a pump, maybe 2 pumps onto your hand. So you got to give it a shake to kind of activate the ingredients. But you put a couple of pumps in your hand, you start rubbing it into your face. Usually what I do is I'll take my eye makeup off with a cleansing water of some sort, or micellar water of some sort, and then I will use this oil after, and I will go in and take the rest of my makeup off with it. And essentially what you do is you rub the oil into your face and you let it start melting the makeup down. Then it kind of acts like a 2-in-1, because then you add a little bit of water and it turns into a cleansing milk. And what I truly love about the Laquer, the cleansing oil, is that it really conditions my skin. If it's super late, I'm super tired, I will cleanse with this only, and my skin is left feeling so good and so clean and so conditioned, you know, so it does feel nicely moisturized. It feels very well balanced, that Sometimes I won't do the rest of my nighttime skincare routine. And again, this is only when I'm really tired or, you know, whatever, and I'm just like ready to hit the sack. I want to get to bed. This is a great product in that respect. It does serve as a double cleanse in my opinion, because you use the oil and then you add a little bit of water. It turns into a cleansing milk. You rinse it off. Your skin feels great. My skin is left feeling so nice and so moisturized and conditioned. So yeah, absolutely love it. This is expensive, kids. It is $90 for this container. Again, I did not buy this. This was a gift from my sister. She made me fall in love with this. I didn't want to, and she insisted that I try it. She bought it for herself. I don't know why. She doesn't wear makeup, and she's like, I don't want to have to return it. You take it, you use it, and you talk about it. It's fabulous. I love it. And I may or may not repurchase it again at some point. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I've got a couple of other cleansing balms to get through, but this one so far is my absolute favorite. The next skincare product that I wanted to talk about was the Lancome Advanced Genifique You Light Pearl Eye Illuminator. Such a long name. And I got this as a gift with a purchase, and it is a full size, so that's really super nice. I ran out of my Algenist eye cream and I just haven't had a chance or taken the time to go out and buy another one. So I pulled this one out because I had it and it was still pretty full, and I decided to go ahead and start using it, and I'm really loving it. I'm glad that I picked it up again. It comes on this ball here, and it is a very cooling instrument. You dot some of this onto your lower lid, and then I take and I massage it into my skin. This is my morning eye product that I use. It's a really good product. I've forgotten how good it was. I put it down because I was testing out some of the La Mer eye products. I do see a noticeable difference on my under eyes with this product, with the Lancome product. It's really nice, and I'm really liking the fact that the lines and such are being diminished under the eye. The Algenist eye cream did a very good job of hydrating, but this is actually showing some improvement in the fine lines and wrinkles on my under eye. The last skincare product that I wanted to talk about with you guys is the Vichy Pore Purifying Face Mask. And it is this guy right here. What I love about him is it is a mud mask, and what I truly like about this is it is very good at clarifying my skin. It also leaves my skin feeling very nice afterward. I don't have to worry about dryness, because sometimes when you use a clarifying mud or clay mask, you do have a little bit of dryness or a little bit of tightness after use. With this particular product, that's not the case. Better yet, I can find it at Target. I don't have to go anywhere out of the way in order to get a hold of this. And I did feature this in my 7 days of masking blog post. This was the first mask that I used. Definitely like it. $20 for this big old pot of it at Target, and it will last you a good long while because a little bit of this stuff goes a long way. I recommend it if you are looking for a clarifying mask and you've got sensitive skin or you've got dry skin. This is definitely a good one. Actually, it will work for any skin type, I think. It is really a really good product in my opinion. Moving on to face products, I wanted to talk about, and I think I might have talked about it last month in my favorites, but I'm gonna bring it up again just in case I didn't. I've been absolutely loving this foundation. I apologize if I did for the repeat, but it bears repeating because I absolutely love this product. And it is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Makeup. And the color that I have is in 420 Bisque Neutral, and this is it right here. This is my tan foundation, and that's why I have been using it, and I have absolutely been loving it. I love how my skin looks when I wear this foundation. It's got a satin finish, not a fully matte finish, not a fully dewy finish. It's got a very nice satin finish, and it does really last a good long while. I can wear this for a good 10, 12 hours and it still looks really good. Fabulous foundation, has a wonderful finish. It really works very nicely with my skin. I don't have an excessive amount of oils at the end of the day when I use this. It just looks beautiful and it makes my skin look flawless, you know, as flawless as it can look. Given my age and the condition of my pores and whatnot, it does such a great job. I love, love, love that foundation. I have pulled out of the archives an old favorite. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I have been obsessed with this concealer this past month. I've been using it every day for the last 3 or 4 weeks almost, and I just got bored with the concealers that I was using, and I have been absolutely loving it. And this is in medium. Yes, this is in 25 medium. Surprise, surprise. Seems like every concealer that I ever use in life is medium. It is one of the best concealers that you can find at the drugstore. It is just really good coverage. I actually am wearing it right now. It's doing a fabulous job. I love the way it makes my under eyes look. It's got a really nice medium coverage. It's not drying at all. It is just a very, very lovely concealer. If you have not tried it, go out and grab it. If you have tried it and set it down for a while, pull it out of your collection, because one of the best concealers on the market. All right, so moving on to eye products. I did a warm palette review earlier this month, and this was a product of that, and it was one of the ones that turned out to be my favorites in that review. So I've been kind of obsessed with using it, and that is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I really, really love this palette. I talk about it in depth in that video, but I think that this palette, for what it is, has got a wonderful selection and range of colors. It is a warm palette. I think it kind of sort of like barely qualifies for that, you know, like being a super, super warm palette. But in my opinion, the peach tones that they have in this palette are very unique, but they are very pink, but salmony kind of pink, which tells me it's a warmer toned pink. It's got a little bit of orange thrown in, and so that's kind of, in my opinion, what makes this a warm toned palette. And I love the fact that this palette has got pops of other colors. You've got a purple, you've got a green, you know, that you can use. You've even got a deep kind of like blackberry color right here. You know, you've got this summer yum color that's like a purple toned brown. This is a wonderful, wonderful palette, barring the scent. I'm kind of over the peach stuff, but that aside, it is a beautiful, beautiful palette. I talked about it in that video, but one thing that I want to call out, the bronzes and the golds in this palette are amazing. As you can see right here, Lush's best gold shadow ever, and I absolutely love, love, love this palette. I think this palette is beautiful. I think that it is versatile. I think that it looks good on a lot of different skin tones. Since doing that video, I have been obsessed with this palette and have been using it constantly. The next item that I'm going to talk about is one that I have struggled with immensely since I got it and started using it. In my warm palette review, I didn't exactly give it a shining review, but I have since made my peace with it. And that is the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I hemmed and hawed about this palette because it just took me a long time to figure out if I liked it and, you know, how I liked it. I will say that the palette itself, the concept of the palette, is right up my alley. I mean, these colors are so me. I am a fiend for this type of palette. The one problem that I had with it was that all of the looks seem to be the same, because I don't think that there's enough variation in colors here in order to really give you the versatility that I would like to see for the palette. That aside, the reason that this palette, and the reason that I struggle so much with what to do with the Urban Decay palette, whether to consider it a favorite or not, is that the matte shadows in this palette are amazing. I love the matte shadows in this palette. Really, I reached for this palette for the mattes. Unlike other naked palettes that Urban Decay has released, this one has several matte shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 true matte shadows in the palette. Those mattes are, whoa, they are so nice. And I use sometimes just the mattes in here. You know, I've done a few different variations on matte looks using this palette. Don't get me wrong, the shimmers in the palette are really amazing as well. They're so beautiful, really pretty orangey and burnt orange type shimmers. The one shadow I'm not a fan of is Ember. That's the one at the very end. I really don't like its undertone. It's kind of bronzy but smoky. The bronziness can easily be, you know, blended away. By the way, I do have that palette on my eyes today, but I made my peace with this palette because I started to use my e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palette with it. And this palette is 6 different shimmer tones that e.l.f. has. It's like 10 bucks. It's an amazing palette. I really like the shimmers in this palette. I think you get a lot of versatility with it in that respect, but you do have to pair it up with another palette in order for it to work. So that is why the Naked Heat has made it to my favorites, because I am pairing it up with this palette right here from e.l.f. You might argue, well, what's the point of having a palette if you have to have a supplemental palette in order to make it work? Well, you know, you have to have a supplemental palette to make this one work, and it is fabulous. I would never say anything bad about this palette. It is beautiful and it is inexpensive, and the shadows, they're on par with high-end shadows. Sometimes they beat high-end shadows. So this palette is amazing. You can't really use it by itself unless all you're gonna do is put a wash of shimmer on your eyes. You really do have to have a supplemental palette, and this is the one for me. These two guys together are a match made in heaven and are the reason why I decided to put the Naked Heat in my favorites. It was going to kind of straddle my favorites, unfavorites, but because I've added this, it is now a 100% favorite. I love it. And I love this little guy too. I am on the Voluminous Lash Paradise bandwagon, and with good reason. I've got this on today. I am not wearing falsies today. This is a beautiful mascara. I am a huge fan of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. The not waterproof one, the regular one. And that's what this mascara I think is supposed to be duping. And I think that it actually does better. I like it more than I like the Better Than Sex mascara, for the simple reason that it does not flake on me, whereas the Better Than Sex mascara used to flake. The brush is very similar to the Too Faced mascara. As you can see, it's got kind of this, it's a fluffy kind of hourglass shape. The formula is very similar in my opinion. The packaging looks the same, except that it is not as heavy and not as big and bulky. And you also have color options with this. This is a wonderful mascara. I love the way it volumizes my lashes. It makes them look full and long and just really beautiful. Really awesome product. This has definitely been a favorite for me in the month of July. Now on to lip products. I only have 3 because I've been kind of hovering around the same color selection, but I picked the 3 different formulas that I've been enjoying the most this last month. The first one is my NARS Audacious lipstick in Rita, and it is a beautiful kind of brighter toned red. It is definitely something that I have been loving this summer. It is kind of more a little bit on the orange side. It's a little bit brighter than your standard red. It's not a blue based red. I wouldn't say that it is. It is definitely a warmer toned red, and it has been one that I have been rocking a lot this last month. I love the NARS Audacious lipsticks. I don't think people talk about them enough. I know when they first released, everybody was talking about them, and then they kind of fell off the radar, but I have several of these, and so I don't want them to go to waste. So I started digging around and pulling out some of the shades that I was interested in for the summer. Now that I've gotten over my neutral lip thing, I'm back to wearing bold colors, and this has been one that I was rocking for a good part of the month. Another one that I was truly enjoying is the Anastasia liquid lipstick, and this is in Catherine, and it is just a really pretty kind of like warm toned pink color. It is got a little bit of, it has actually a lot of warmth to it. It is a really, really good shade for a lot of different skin tones, and definitely one that I've been rocking at the office. It has enough color to be noticeable and yet subtle enough to not knock people over the head. I don't need to say anything about the formula for the Anastasia liquid lipsticks. You know, everybody knows about it. Some people love it, some people don't. I really love this color. I think it's amazing, and yeah, I've been wearing it a lot until until I bought these little guys, Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche liquefied lipsticks. I'm not gonna talk a lot about this one because I just posted a video featuring them. The video before that, they were in a haul. I talked about them. They're all over the place on my Instagram. Let's just suffice it to say that I absolutely, absolutely love this formula, and Flambe, which is the color that I have on right now, is my absolute favorite. And that is all I'm going to say outside of the fact that I really, really love you. I love you, and I'm so happy you're a part of my life. I am happy you're in my life. Alright, so that does it for all my favorites. Now to cover off on unfavorites. Lip products, let's go ahead and start there. The Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer. I bought this because I wanted to try the formula. I saw a lacquer, I was like, ooh, let's give it a try. Let's see what this is going to be all about. I absolutely hate this lip gloss. It's got one of my favorite types of applicators, which is that triangular shape, as you can see, you know, and you can line with it, and it's got a little reservoir where you've got more product. On application, it feels really great, and that's the color right there. It feels really, really nice on application, but as it sits on your lips, it kind of changes, and it goes from being this really nice, glossy, soft with a slip kind of finish to a sticky, plasticky kind of finish. Now, it's very similar to the L'Oreal Infallible lip glosses that do that. They're a long wear lip gloss, but the reason that they're long wear is that they kind of get really sticky. That's the only way that I can describe it. It is a lacquer, and it kind of feels like lacquer on the lips. I don't like that feeling. I don't like that stickiness that happens with this particular lip gloss. I do not like that product at all. Thankfully, I only bought one. I'll probably give it to someone, you know, that's a little bit less picky about what they have on their lip. My last two unfavorite or items that suck for me are mascaras, and one of them, again, breaks my heart to say, but something has changed with this mascara, and it is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I don't know if I just have fallen out of love with it. I don't know if they've made a change to the formula or what, but it's just not working for me the way that it used to work for me. I used to be obsessed with this mascara, and I'm not saying that it's because it's been replaced by the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. That's not it at all. I noticed that this was not working for me well before I purchased that one. I actually have been using other mascaras because I just haven't been reaching for this one like I used to. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they've changed the formula. I don't know what. I just don't know. It's got the same brush and everything, but it just doesn't separate and make my lashes long and dark and beautiful like it used to. I am very, very sad. If they did change the formula, maybe I got a bad batch. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of this anymore, and I'm sad because I loved it so, so much. I did. I loved you, and it betrayed me. Something happened and everything changed, and I don't love it anymore. The other mascara I never even really started loving because the brush frightens me, and it is the CoverGirl Total Tease. I showed this on my Instagram stories, and when I got it, I pulled this out and I was just like, whoa. It's got an odd brush. As you can see, the mascara doesn't pick up on this one, this side here, and I'm going to zoom you in on this one because this brush frightens me. Okay, I can't hang with this brush. I can't, because it scares the shit out of me when I'm trying to use it on my eyes. All right, as you can see, it's got a flat end on this side and most of the way, and then you've got these little spiky barbs right here. And those little guys scare me. Why did CoverGirl think that that wasn't going to frighten people? I mean, come on. Those little barbs, it's like, oh, it scares me. I can't use this mascara because I'm afraid of it. And then you've got this shorter bristles on this side. I can't get on board with a brush like that. I absolutely can't. I mean, the types of mascara ones that have the little ball at the very end with the barbs is scary enough, but to have that little guy, I was just terrified of using it, especially on my lower lids. On both, actually, on both lash lines. I was just, no. I'm all like, no, I cannot do this. And so for that reason alone, it is a fail. When I was able to get it on my lashes, it was, you know, it wasn't anything special. Yeah, the wand is frightening. That is all I had for you today. I told you I didn't have a lot, and yet I talked for God knows how long about all this stuff. And I hope it all made sense to you guys. For once, I'm not in a rush to try and get this video out. I always feel like I'm in a hurry to try and get these videos out because I've always got someplace to go or whatever. Today, I was able to take my time and explain to you exactly what I love and don't love about products. And yeah, so anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Also share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, again, thank you so much for dropping by. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.